First, regarding Hector, we were having some issues during the week. It seems that it's nothing important, but different players, as you saw, you asked me also in the first day why players were not practicing. So we are in a moment of fatigue, of accumulation of games. Since the AFC Cup, we are playing back-to-back games every week, and some players also during the break. It's true that we overload. All of you know that we were doing a small pre-season during the break of the national team. So we are being very cautious because now, playing 90 minutes and with these back-to-back games, we are having maximum levels of prevention to try to have all the players ready. So regarding Hector, I hope that tomorrow he joins the practice. But today we were just taking care of him. Regarding the away game against Chennai, well, first of all, it's not a big difference in ISL. The results in every game are being quite open. Doesn't matter a lot if you play away or at home. I was announcing that this is one of the things that I want to do here, making our home ground a fortress. And it's true that playing in Chennai with the current typhoon, with the current weather conditions, with probably different levels of humidity, that can affect us a little bit, but I don't think that playing a home game or playing a away game is going to have an important component on who is going to get the win. I would rather focus more on the capabilities of Chennai Yin. They are a team that are having a very experienced coach, probably in the top 3 of coaches with more games in the ISL. Mature team, physical team. We had the chance to watch them, their performance last week here against Mohun Bagan. So we all assume that we are going to have a tough contest there because they are a team playing very vertical. They really rely on one football idea that is being quite effective. It's true that in the last games they are not getting the desired results, but maybe this is going to be also a point for them to be more hungry to satisfy their fans, to play a home game and to get the full points. So we need to have all the information that we gathered in the last days there, because we assume that we are going to have a very tough game, but we also want to continue our run of good results and good performances. So I assume that it's going to be a tough game for both sides. And one more time, small details are more difference. Full concentration will be required to grab the 3 points.
Because if they can...
Yes, we have the list. We are aware that we are in the limit of suspension of some players, but for example, in the pitch, if a situation, we were talking a lot about the counter press and about that there are some professional fouls that sometimes are needed. What we cannot do is lose the mind and get an unnecessary card and get the suspension of the players. But these games sometimes require some tactical, professional needed fouls to avoid the opposition. For example, you can see how they run their midfielders. They have a number 10, which is totally a physical player and can capitalize on counterattacks, and they have a lot of speed on the wings. So sometimes in this game, you need to break them from getting a goal, and I hope that this day is not tomorrow. I hope that we can neutralize them with our tools and with no need of getting cards, because it's better always for a coach to try to have all the players available. Absolutely. When a new coach joins a team, if the things are not working from the very first moment, probably the frustration is going to be even bigger than with the previous coach. But when a coach comes to one team, joins one team, and the things start to be different and start to be positive, that is a boost for the players. Jigson already said that right now we feel that we are in a good moment, right now that we are matching the level to compete with any of the ISL sides and challenge a win. And yeah, I feel that I'm fortunate for having this good run of results, because that boosts the confidence of the player, the trust on the ideas that we are bringing, and the challenges that we are putting on them on every practice session. We try to control the factors, so if I talk that they are an unpredictable team, I will have some doubts on my analysis about them. So I think that we have well identified all the strong and weakness points of them. I repeat, if we are going to come in a slow game of possession, if we are going to give them the chance to make duels with us in 1-1 situations, in playing the game all the time in the vertical levels, if there is going to be a lot of set pieces and we concede set pieces, then we will have problems. So probably all this is what we don't need to use. We will go for different things. That, one more time, is not here the place that I should give the work that we have to do to beat Chennai. Well, this is common in football. Some teams during a season they have this kind of things, more suspensions, more injuries. You are not mentioning issue, for example, that is a player that is about to come. Yeah, we need to deal with this. It's not easy, but I'm always positive on this, honestly. We had the chance last week in this day, in the -1 press conference, we were talking about Vishnu, and Vishnu seized the opportunity. Everybody after the game, I openly say here that I wish that after the game, everybody started to talk about this player, and this is exactly what happened. He did a good performance, and he received a lot of prize. So when we have a problem in terms of a player, of course, there are key players in the team, but there are also opportunities and players working very well every week that I suffer because they don't have probably the minutes that they deserve. So when we have a problem, seize the opportunity, make them understand that they have been working well during the last weeks, and make them understand that they are challenging a position to try to have continuity. And I'm already telling you that probably tomorrow, some of the players that did a good game in the last game, probably they are going to have continuity. So we want to see this as an opportunity and not like a loss or trying to find excuses that we don't have available players. The success here is, Jigson say, is a united success. It's a success from all the squad of players, and it's not new. Everything always suffer. The players that are going to play in more minutes, they have the risk of getting more cards. So everything is going to suffer this during the season. There is no difference with others. The answer, how good is making big players as Nanda and Mahesh, making them know that they have a competitor in the team. And if they sleep, there is another player ready to capitalize on their chances. So for me, it's a blessing that having 2 or 3 players by position, fighting for the position. I repeat, this is about performance. So how I will handle it? By performance. And performance, remember, we were talking off the line, that performance for me is not only on the game day. Performance is what we do every day in practice. So that is the perception of the feeling of the player, of the confidence level, and the players performing better are the players that are going to always play till my last day here. So we are not getting any other consideration out of performance.